And we're back. Sorry about that, guys. Problem with the internet. So yeah, going back to where was I again? Going back to Southgate again, just discussing what I thought about Gareth Southgate. Don't know what's going on with this internet, so it looks as though there's a few issues. So maybe we'll say who was actually fitting my internet, to be quite honest with you. But yeah, going back to what we was talking about, we was talking about how far this England team can go. We was talking about how Southgate can actually take this England team, and I was discussing, obviously, that it's kind of like 50-50, maybe a little more in favour of getting rid of Southgate, but I'm just giving you my thoughts. My thoughts are that he's not good enough for England, and I don't think he's going to be able to fulfil a lot of these players' potentials. You got to think, when we talk about the English players, yes, we do talk about the players are being overpriced, but the fact of the matter is this: if you're trying to buy Jadon Sancho, if you're trying to buy Marcus Rashford, if you're trying to buy Harry Kane, if you're trying to buy Jack Grealish, just those four players alone, you're literally spending at least 400 to 500 million. So if you're not gonna put all your eggs in your attacking basket with those type of players, then there's something wrong with you as a manager. And it's not getting the best out of the players if two of them are on the bench because you decide that you need an extra defender in. And you need that extra defender in, even though you're playing two defensive midfielders. I could understand if you're playing three at the back and you decide that you want to play Foden and say Declan Rice or a Henderson. But the fact of the matter is this: you played Henderson and Declan Rice, so you do not need the extra defender. And unfortunately, I don't think Gareth Southgate, because he's so he seems very pig-headed. It's taken Jack Grealish to basically force his hand to actually get into the team. I think he thinks, well, he knows that he's got so much of the backing of the FA and a lot of the fans as well because of that semi-final. I think he feels like he can kind of do what he wants without any sort of conversation. So, you know, he fired back, didn't he, about Jack Grealish. So he was talking about the quotes about Mason Mount getting favouritism and stuff like that. So it obviously does get to him. But his players like Kieran Trippier, I mean, how's Kieran Trippier still getting into the squad? I mean, I'm not even going to talk about Aaron Wan-Bissaka, but the fact of the matter is, when you've got Trent, when you've got for Chelsea, his name's gone out of my head, and when you've got when you got Reece James, and when you got Carl Walker, I don't even want to be here, because the next person should then literally be Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I don't even want to be seeing Kieran Trippier playing for England anymore. Do you know what I mean? Jordan Pickford, you know, and these are the sort of things where I think Southgate's getting a lot wrong. I mean, who did he bring on for Henderson? And my eyebrows went up. I was just kind of like, what? What's his name? He plays for Spurs. His name, someone just remind me who plays for Spurs in midfield. But I was thinking, he doesn't actually get into the Spurs midfield. So he's not even a form player. So why on earth is he playing? Why on earth was Jack Grealish playing up front without anybody with pace? Harry Kane, again, why was he playing up front without somebody with pace? For Villa, you can see that Jack Grealish is playing well with the striker there, who's ridiculously quick, who's quite quick anyway. And it's the same with Harry Kane. I don't know what it is, but some of these players' names just go completely out of mind. And as soon as I leave this chat, I'll be like, oh, that's his name. But yeah, so it's just the same with Harry Kane. Why on earth have we got Harry Kane playing with no pace? Because Harry Kane, to be fair, he done everything right yesterday. Like, he runs around. He looks like he's injured half the time, Harry Kane. But before you know, he's beaten a couple of players out of nowhere. He's not going very quick. He's beaten a couple of players. So he's done the first part great, but there's no pace around him, so he hasn't got some to pass the ball through to. Do you know what I mean? And it's the same with Grealish as well. So Watkins, his name came back to me. So Watkins for Aston Villa, the job that he does, Jack Grealish loves that type of player. And on the other side, he's got Trezeguet as well. But this guy with Southgate decided, no, I'm going to put Mount out wide, and then before you know it, we've got no real pace up front. The pace is coming from Jack Grealish, and that's where the problem lies with Gareth Southgate. I don't think much of that's going to change. I don't think he will know his best starting 11, because I think he will always revert back to type. And yesterday was a competitive match, and Jadon Sancho, after his better performance the game before, was because it was literally about closing spaces and being defence minded. I was about to say, like, literally, maybe it's because he was a defender, but Jurgen Klopp was a defender, and this guy, literally, it's it's attack, attack, attack. So, yeah, like, Gareth said, I can't even use the excuse that he's a defender and he's thinking defence first. I just think when you're not the greatest of attacking managers, I think that you always revert back to type, and it's always about, if you don't concede, then we can pick up a goal. And maybe that is the way to go in tournaments for England. I mean, it's not like that. We've won tournaments before, and again, that's where we can pitch the narrative for the people that are happy with Southgate. To be fair, have we done anything when we have gone to attack teams? Not really. So yeah, there is an argument both ways, but for me, with this bunch of players, with this set of players, we really need to be getting the best out of these. I'm not going to call them any sort of golden generation or anything like that, but we've got a really good blend. And I don't think in world football, or any of the teams in world football, have got that greater defence where, you know, I'm jealous about the defence that they've got. Probably France. For me, out of all the teams in the Euros, France are probably the team that stands out the most. Holland maybe, but Van Dijk's injured, but it's France that probably stand out the most. To be fair, like, defensive wise, when it comes to centre backs. But apart from that, nothing really shouts out to me where I'm thinking, I wish that we had those players. But with France, I mean, Laporte, I could go through France's defence, and there's at least 6 to 7. So yeah, I want to know what you guys think when it comes to Southgate then, because for me, I'm a Southgate, not the right guy. We could literally get a real top manager right now with these set of players, and we could literally do some serious damage in the Euros next year. So I want to know what you guys think. I want everyone to smash a like, and I want you to subscribe, and I want to know what people think. Do you think Southgate can take England any further with these set of players, or do you think he's just a negative, average manager like me, and we should really be replacing him? So yeah, guys, apologies about the internet. Hopefully you can see it as clearly as possible. And yeah, I'm on to the next one. I'll catch you guys later. See you later.